"When did you find the body?" the doctor asked. I was still in shock, trembling. He glanced at the covered corpse and continued, "This girl, she's been dead for at least 4 days." My breath stopped. My heart pounded in my ears. And then, like a whisper from inside my skull,
"If a dead person wants to, they can speak to you."
3 days earlier, my cousin Jessica and I decided to watch a documentary. She had inherited a large collection of tapes and DVDs from her late grandfather. That night, we were determined to find something interesting to watch. We dug through the entire box, but didn't find anything we liked. Just as we gave up, my hand bumped into something on the left side of the box. Wedged between 2 cardboard flaps was a hidden compartment. Inside it, I found a strange CD. The cover was all black, with just one handwritten label, "The Life of the Dead." Jessica was puzzled. "I know this collection by heart," she said. "I've never seen this before." We had no idea what we were about to watch. We sat down in front of the TV. Jessica opened the DVD player and asked me to insert the disc. I hesitated. Something about that disc made me uneasy. She laughed and snatched it from my hands. "You're not scared of this silly thing, are you?" She put the CD in. The menu popped up, just a black screen and a single play button. The video was only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. Strange. Jessica hit play. The screen flashed with disturbing images. Graves, skeletons, rotting corpses. My chest tightened. Jessica, who was normally fearless, watched in silence, frozen. Then at the 30-second mark, just as she reached for the remote, a voice echoed,
"The dead are not as dead as you think. When they die, they exist on another plane. If a dead person wants to, they can speak to you."
Jessica immediately pressed stop. What the hell was that? "Gross," she said. "I'm going to the bathroom." Minutes passed. Jessica didn't return. I got up and went to check the bathroom. She was lying on the floor. There was no blood, no signs of struggle, just her pale, lifeless body. I touched her. She was cold, ice cold. I checked for a pulse. Nothing. Panicking, I called for an ambulance. At the hospital, they covered her with a white sheet. The doctor approached me. "When did you find the body?" I stared blankly. "She's been dead for at least 4 days. Then I heard it again. That voice.
"If a dead person wants to, they can speak to you."
It was midnight. The house was silent, except for the soft sound of the wind outside. Emily woke up suddenly and saw the rocking chair moving slowly on its own. No one was there. The wooden floor creaked softly as the chair rocked back and forth. A cold breath filled Emily's lungs. From the chair came a muffled voice whispering,
"Don't go, stay."
Emily and Jason had dreamed of moving to an old but charming house in a small Connecticut town. They wanted to escape the busy city life and start fresh. The house, with its cracked walls and worn wooden floors, felt warm to them. At an antique store, Emily was drawn to an old wooden rocking chair. Jason was skeptical, but agreed to buy it. The chair sat by the fireplace in the living room, and for the first few days, everything seemed peaceful. After a few days, strange things began. At night, Emily heard faint creaking sounds. Jason brushed it off as the house settling. But Emily noticed the chair had moved slightly each morning. Worse, soft whispers came from the chair at night, saying, "Don't go," and "Stay." Emily avoided sitting in the chair, as every time she did, nightmares haunted her, visions of ancient rituals and shadowy figures surrounded by candles. Jason visited the antique store again, seeking answers. The shopkeeper revealed the chair's sinister history. It was used in dark rituals by a secret cult in the late 1800s. The ritual was meant to trap the sitter's soul in this world forever. When Jason returned, the rocking grew more violent. Electronics malfunctioned, lights flickered, and Emily's arm developed strange bruises that worsened daily. Emily struggled to sleep. Sitting in the chair felt like a heavy weight pressed on her chest. The voices grew louder, now clearly saying, "Stay and don't leave." One night, alone in the house, Emily screamed as the empty rocking chair suddenly swung violently. Neighbors heard her cries, but Jason wasn't home. The house was no longer safe. Desperate, the couple called a medium. The moment the medium entered, the atmosphere grew heavy. She confirmed the evil energy came from the chair. Attempts to remove or destroy it failed. An invisible force protected it. The medium warned a ritual was needed to break the curse, but it was dangerous. After the ritual, the chair's energy lessened but never disappeared. Emily and Jason locked the chair away, yet sometimes, at night, its soft rocking could still be heard. Bedtime should be a happy memory for a tired child. For me, it was no different than a nightmare. While some kids complain about going to bed without watching TV or playing games, night was a complete nightmare for me. It still lingers in the corner of my mind. I don't remember exactly when it started, but my anxiety about falling asleep began when I got my own room. I was 8 years old, and until then, I shared a room with my older brother. He wanted his own room, so I got the small, cramped room at the back of the house. From the very first night, I felt a strange unease. I sat up in bed and looked at my toys scattered on the green carpet below. My eyes kept drifting to the lower bunk, as if something was trying to escape my sight. Something was moving. The lower bed creaked in the pitch black. It was like someone was trying to get comfortable. The door was closed. I thought it might be my cat, but the door didn't open. The bed started shaking wildly. I opened my eyes, filled with fear and tears. I cried and called my mom. The door opened, but the bed was empty. My mom slept in the bottom bunk and stayed there all night. That thing was never near me when she was there. I wasn't afraid with her around. My mom was away, staying with my grandfather. I was alone in the dark room on the bottom bunk. I held the crucifix and prayed all night. It wasn't on the bed. It was at the foot of the blanket. I felt its weight. I couldn't see it in the dark, but it was there. The crucifix slipped from my hand. With it gone, all hope vanished. If I stayed in bed, I would die. I slowed my breathing and lifted the blanket. My hand touched it, and I started trembling. It was like dead, but then it moved and grabbed me. Months later, I had gotten used to the nightly visitor. My grandfather was ill, and my mom was with him. Alone, I took the crucifix and prayed. But that night was the worst. I woke up in the dark room. No sound. The night visitor wasn't on the lower bed, but mine. I couldn't scream. I lay in total darkness during winter. The crucifix was gone. Fear took over me. If I stayed in bed, I'd die. I had to run. I slowly lifted the blanket. My hand touched it. It moved and grabbed me. I fought for my life, but it was too strong. I screamed, but no one came. The sun was rising. It pulled me to its chest. It was cold. Then I woke up. My father was making breakfast. I had survived the worst night.